guys, thanks for coming back into my kitchen. I've got this huge bowl of figs here. I've got a fig tree out there and I've never done anything with figs before, and it produced pretty well for me. I got 5 1-gallon bags of figs. And so today I'm gonna make some fig jam with you guys. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use all these figs today because I'm running out of jars. I only have a handful of jars over there, so I'm just gonna do a 1 batch and let's see if this works. So the recipe calls for 3/4 cup of water in the bottom of a Dutch oven or stainless steel pot, and 5 pounds of figs. So that is my 5 pounds of figs in there. This is my first time making fig jam, but I had a coworker once that gifted me a little jar of it, and my favorite way that I was using it was to put it on a grilled cheese sandwich with really salty, sharp cheddar cheese and just grill that up to really crispy. So the salt and sweet together is so good. So that's what I plan to do with some of this fig jam. Let me put the lid on this. I have this on a medium heat. I'm just gonna let that start to cook down before I add the sugar and lemon juice. The recipe also calls for 6 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and that 5 pounds barely made a dent in my figs that I've got. So every couple minutes, I'm just coming in and giving it a nice stir so it doesn't scorch on the bottom. So I didn't mention earlier, this is a no pectin recipe. I'm just trying now to kind of break it up. I got one of those meat choppers. Trying to break up the figs so they're not so big. I do want it a little chunky, but not a whole fig. The recipe doesn't call for any salt, but I'm just gonna put a little pinch in there because there's so much sugar. I think it needs the salt to help balance that out. So I think this is cooked down enough and it's kind of thickened up a little bit, and I've chopped up the figs quite a bit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the sugar. It doesn't say on the recipe exactly how long to cook this for, so I am just going to cook it till it gets really thick, and I'm gonna stir it constantly because I don't want it to scorch on the bottom of my pan. And then the last thing you're supposed to do is add the lemon juice. I think we're getting pretty close to this being done, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon juice, and then I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit longer, and then we'll jar it up. All right, it is done, I think. Let me show you. It's really thick. One of my goals this year, which I think I'm gonna make a video on my goals for 2021, are to try to produce a lot more gifts for people based off things that I grow or make from my own property. And so this is just the beginning of that, and it's really exciting. My husband and I aren't going to be able to go through this much fig jam or chutney or whatever you want to call it ourselves. It'll be nice to be able to share the abundance with people. All right, here it is. I got 5 pints and 4 half pints, and I have plenty more figs where this came from, but I ran out of jars. I only have 4 half pints left, and so it's not enough to make another batch. So those will have to just stay in the freezer for now, which is fine. If you want to see what I'm going to do with this, I'll show you how I make that grilled cheese. So go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to see that, and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'd really appreciate that, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.